Guys, it's one thing to hear about it. It's another thing to see that for real, Nigeria arraigned children for participating in hunger protests. Remember the End Bad Governance protest in August? 75 suspects, many of them between the ages of 12 and 18, were charged with 10 counts of terrorism in an attempt to overthrow the government. Wow. They are saying that these children want to overthrow Tinubu's government. How? And do you know that they've kept these children in prison since August 3rd? And they clearly look malnourished and sick. 4 of them collapsed in court.
Let me go and take the This guy should take him to the clinic. They kept him here. Hospital should do their business. How can you arrange children?
Are there no paramedics in Abuja? I don't understand. Why didn't anybody call 911? Do you know that it's their lawyers that were buying them biscuits and bottled water?
They don't even have school fees. They don't have any. They don't even have
When they come with any money,
these people, we are just 90-something years, like 6 days. Like 3 days, that's what the children say. My case is different than my child. What is going
In fact, huge shout out to their lawyers. They've been on their case since August. It was because these lawyers did not give up that they finally agreed to arraign them in court today. Otherwise, they would just forget them in prison like that.
Why should small children, why should they spend 93 days in police custody when they should be in school? But the government has not been able to arrest Yabelo 6 months after. Is it not a parody of some sort that we have 2 separate countries? One country for the rich, one country for the poor. These children, they are already looking like they have kwashoko. They are malnourished. This is the reasons why our rating in the Human Rights Index is poor, is bad.
Now the worst part is, they said they granted them bail, that they should come back in January to continue. But guess how much the bail is? 10 million naira per child.
The trial judge, Justice Obiora Igwatu, granted them bail of 10 million naira each and to sureties in like sum. He also held that the sureties are to submit their international passport with the court registrar alongside passport photographs. The sureties are also to swear to an affidavit of means.
10 million. No, like for real, is this a joke?
We have been granted bail. We will strive hard to meet the bail conditions if we can. The conditions are quite neck-breaking. It is like giving bail with the right hand and taking with the left hand. We will strive and do our best to perfect these conditions. But if we cannot meet those conditions, we will come back to the courts and seek for a variation. Because we have shown that these are young persons who are hungry. The essence of the protest of August 2nd is to end hunger in the land.
These children don't have the money to meet bail conditions. So guess what? They took them back to Kuje prison. I don't even know where to start. Many of them, they just carried the Russian flag during that protest. They don't even understand. How dare you charge these boys with treason, with terrorism? So it means they've not been in school. They've been malnourished. You put them in prison and you don't even feed them. Many of them, their family members don't know where they've been since August. And you want them to pay to build themselves? 10 million. This is not right. Now, I thought I had seen it all. You see how everybody is like, children, this, that. You guys will not believe what the government lawyer said. In fact, he basically told us that what we see is not what we see.
These boys that we brought to the court today, all of them are adults. Most of them are married men. None of them is a minor. Some of them are university graduates. The small kids you are seeing here, they came with some of their parents to come and greet their loved ones. They are not even the real suspect standing trial in this case. These young boys are trying to destabilize Nigeria using the Russian flags and other countries, calling on the military to remove our president.
Hey, God. Can you imagine how much are they paying this lawyer? That he's trying to mess with our minds. First of all, who are those laughing behind him? They are his colleagues, right?
Most of them are married men. None of them is a minor. Some of them are university graduates.
Even his colleagues don't believe him. Meanwhile, real terrorists, Boko Haram members that were arrested, we actually pardon them. They don't sentence them. They say that they are repentant. They pardon them. These kids were hungry, so they were protesting because they were hungry. They kukuma go and starve them in prison. When we have real criminals going up and down in Nigeria with bodyguards, Yaya Bello is there, allegedly stole 84 billion naira and another 100 billion naira. Went to EFCC office, they acted like they didn't see him, decided to do action movie after he left. So many of our government officials that are corrupt, we just promote them. But we leave the real criminals. We go after those who cannot defend themselves. Honestly, we should be ashamed as a country that we allow this to happen at all. I'm hoping that all the human rights organizations will stand up and fight for these boys, just as their lawyers are fighting for them. Please, if anybody knows how we can contact Honorable Justice Obiora Egwuatu, please, we all want to know how he came about this bail. Because this math is not mathing. This equation is not equating. People have been asking, are they using these children as fundraising for the government? 10 million per child. We're just trying to understand what the Honorable Justice was thinking when he came about that amount. We just want to know the rationale behind this equation. And so please, if anybody knows how to contact this justice, the whole country right now, we are all looking for him. There's absolutely no reason for them to spend one more night in that prison. Not to talk about January. Are you kidding me? After 3 months, you are still trying to keep them there. The whole of November, the whole of Christmas period, the whole of December till January. What kind of judge is it actually? You have no fear of God. This is beyond annoying. It's appalling. God.